Hey there, wanted to go ahead and get you a market update now that we are into June of 2021, halfway through the year. Can you believe that? It's been like the rainiest month ever, so we definitely are looking forward to some sun. And the rain has definitely not hindered the real estate industry. So, if you've been paying attention to the market, you know that the real estate market has been on fire. You know that it's been super busy. Is that a good thing? Not really. When you look at what's happening with the real estate industry, our job as real estate professionals, number one, I'm a real estate broker, so I've taken that extra step with my education. I have an extra 900 hours of education. So I'm like very attuned into what the market is doing, what to expect, what has happened. Previously, I've been through similar markets, but what we're seeing in the market right now is unprecedented, not only in Houston, but on a national level. And I want to talk to you for a little bit about why. So when you look at the market, and this kind of started, or we felt it, I should say, when the pandemic hit, because even right before the pandemic hit, we were on the brink of a great real estate market. Then the pandemic hit and everyone retracted for about 4 to 6 weeks here in Houston. And then we got back into the swing of things and the real estate market was super busy. We had people wanting to buy homes, so we didn't have enough homes on the market. People didn't want to list their homes because they didn't want people in their homes. They didn't want strangers in their homes. And so that was what kind of created some of this chaos that we're in, but that's not what the whole bulk of it was. So when you look at the history of real estate, I have a really cool graph to show you, because I heard a statistic a few days ago, and basically it was an economist, and he was telling us why we're in the situation that we are. And he said, as of today, we have 4 million less homes on the market than we should have. 4 million. That's on a national level. When you think of that number, that's an astronomical number. That is why there is no inventory. That is why buyers cannot find homes. And it's not just here locally, it's everywhere. Now, you're going to go into some smaller areas, some rural areas, some smaller cities, and you're not going to have that much of a problem. But here in Houston and every major metropolitan city, they're having that problem. Homes are selling every single day for anywhere between 10 to 100,000 or more over market value. So our job as a professional is to tell you what is market value, and that's what we do. If you're dealing with me or in my company, you are. And so our job is to determine, well, what is market value? But then the buyers out there, the consumers, are the ones driving up that value, not the appraisers and not us. Because when you think of it like this, if the average home goes on the market and the sweet spot's under 500,000, so say a home for 400,000 goes on the market, there is no other homes available in that same neighborhood. Well, there's going to probably be about 20, maybe even 30 offers on that property. Well, guess what? Only one's going to get it. So you've got then anywhere from 19 to 29 people out looking at another house in the same market, and they're all the same buyers are looking at the same houses, and so it gets into a bidding war, and they're coming out of these out of the gate super strong. They're making these ridiculously over list price offers, and it's great for the sellers. It's horrible for the buyers, though. The buyers are stressed out, they're very emotional, the buyers agents are exhausted. We are in the real estate industry are working triple the amount of time that we normally do for less money, actually, because we're having to negotiate even sometimes our own commission to make the deal work. So it's not a great market. How long will this market last? Well, I'm going to share a little graph with you. Got to put my glasses on so I can read. This is a market. This is a graph. And what it shows, I'm going to see if you guys can see it. Why don't you take up an image of that? Look at that. So this is number of homes built in the United States between 1900 and 2019 in millions. So if you look right here, if you can see this, this says 9.75 million. That was between 1940 and 1949. Then as you look at all the other years, 1950 to 1959, all the way to 2000 to 2009, look at that. See how many homes they were building per year, the builders? 21, 20, 25, 25, 26, 27 million homes per year. Okay, look at that. So that was a huge demand. Well, what happened? That was in 2009. They stopped that. Well, what happened? We had the mortgage industry crash in 2008, 9, and 10. So I guarantee you in 2009 and 10, they were not building homes at all. We know they weren't. They stopped. And then what happened? Builders were going out of business. The banks were totally freaking out. They were upside down. We had short sales. We had foreclosures. We had a crash, a big crash. Well, look, 2010 to 2019, look how many homes they built. 5.8 million. That's it. So they went from building 21 to 27 million homes to 5.8 million. Okay. That is a problem. And that is why, one of the reasons why we have such a housing shortage right now. So when you're looking at projecting the future, what does that mean? Well, that means number one, if you want to sell your house, now is the time. 1000%, we're going to end up selling your house for over market value. You still have to price it right. You still have to make it pretty. And you still have to fix things. You don't want to sell a piece of crap to somebody. You have to do the right things, but it's going to sell for over market value. How long will this last? Well, the economists project it's going to last through this year. Some economists project it could last several years. We don't have a crystal ball. We don't know. However, some other economists project that we'll have much more inventory as we get into the latter parts of the month of the year, maybe November and December, and much more inventory in 2022. So you've got to look at it at both sides. Here's what I can tell you. If the goal is to sell your house and capitalize on that, and the next year, maybe two, do it now while you have no competition, because you're going to have a better chance of netting the most amount of money possible on the sale of your home. And then if we can't find you a home, if there's nothing on the market that is like your forever home, let's get you in a rental, or let's have you buy a home that's maybe not your forever home, and we'll work with you during our Love It or Leave It program and sell it for you for free. We can talk about that later. So there's options. So the name of the game is, here's why we're in the inventory shortage that we are, which is that graph. I can send you a copy of that if you'd like to. And then interest rates are historically low. So we've got lots of buyers, no houses, and we need houses. So if your goal is to capitalize on this market, make sure you reach out to us. If you'd like to just know what your home is worth right now, just to see, just to test, definitely reach out to us. We can set you up on a system that will notify you of your value as it changes, because the market is so active right now. Literally, homes are adjusting every 30 days upwards. The value is. So it's crazy. So Tricia Turner here. We are the Tricia Turner Properties Group. We are with eXp Realty, and that is your market update. Have a great day.